Today we're taking a closer look at a couple new accessible credit cards for the blind and visually impaired community, brought to us by Mastercard. Hey guys, my name is Sam. This is The Blind Life, where I help you learn how to live your best blind life. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I make videos about living life with vision impairment, assistive technology, and the coolest products on the market right now for us, the VIP. So if that kind of content sounds good to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the post notifications so you'll be alerted every time I put out a new video. All right, let's take a closer look at these new credit cards. So these new credit cards are part of Mastercard's new Touch series of credit cards, and they are accessible credit cards specifically for the blind and visually impaired community because they add tactile elements to the credit card itself. Now, if you are not familiar with this concept, you don't know what I'm talking about or why that would be important, imagine this. You have a credit card, especially one of the newer credit cards that they are now just printing the numbers on the cards. They're no longer putting the raised credit card number on the card itself. Try this experiment. If you have one of those cards, close your eyes and then try to figure out which way you're holding that card. Or if you were to go to an ATM or a chip reader at the grocery store, which way do you orient that card to insert it into that machine? If you can't see which way is up and which is the face of the card and where the chip is, how do you know which way to put it into the ATM or the chip reader? Well, you're not alone. A lot of us in the community struggle with that. And it's a real problem. So much so that I made a whole video teaching people how to mark their credit cards and debit cards. Well, Mastercard also realized that that's a bit of an issue, and they came out with this Touch series of credit cards. As I said at the beginning, these cards come equipped with tactile elements. 2 tactile elements to be exact. On the face of the card, we have a textured pattern. On the bottom or the back side of the card, it's smooth, and then on the face, you've got this textured pattern. That's fantastic. That information is going to tell you which way the card is facing. And then each card has a notch cut out of one end. Not only is the notch at the end here, but it's also off center of the end, and that's important as well. The notch is positioned opposite of the chip, so that tells me which way the card needs to be inserted into a chip reader. And because the notch is off center, it's not directly in the middle, it's off to one side of the end. This is another way to tell me which way I'm holding the card. So those 2 tactile elements, fantastic. Literally, you don't need anything else other than that. That's enough. But Mastercard has gone one step further and thought of the situation of, well, what happens if the user has multiple Mastercards? We have 3 different styles of notches available, and each one is for a specific type of card. You have the credit card, you have the debit card, and the prepaid card. The credit card is a more angular notch. The debit card is a rounded notch. And the prepaid card is more angular, but kind of a V-shaped notch. So not much more to say about this. I think this is a very super simple way to make this relatively inaccessible product more accessible for our community. And I commend Mastercard for doing that and recommend other credit card companies follow suit and start to implement tactile elements to their cards. Now, if you guys would like to learn more about these tactile Mastercard credit cards, I'll have a link in the description down below for more information. You can also reach out to your own Mastercard provider and see if they offer the tactile cards. A huge thank you to Mastercard for sending out these blank credit card samples so that I could make this video for you guys. If you have any questions for me, as always, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. If you liked the video and found it helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button. Liking the videos, leaving comments, sharing the videos, all of that is super helpful for the channel, and we really appreciate it. But that is it for this one, guys. If you would like to learn more about low vision and assistive technology, make sure you're subscribed to The Blind Life, and I will see you next time.